Okay, here on the 12 Ram, we're going to install cast aluminum side steps. The truck has about 4 inches of lift. I'm getting old. Try to step in here. In the theme of staying busy on a Sunday, we're going to go ahead and install these. They're cast aluminum. We'll go through the little book here. We identify what style our rockers are on the trucks. We're a lot closer to B, where it's got a lip there on this Ram. And then if we go to page 10, it shows us special installation for an 09 through 18, so a fourth generation Ram, and a 19 to 20 GM Silverado. Where you use the longer spacers here, and you have to custom drill a hole through this flange 2 inches below the bottom of this line, not the center, but the bottom of this line. I've actually already measured them out, and you're supposed to use an 11/30 seconds. However, I don't know who has an 11/30 seconds, so in the theme of sending it, I use a smaller drill bit to get a good center line, otherwise a larger drill bit may walk, and then you won't actually get a centered hole. So I start with the smaller one, and I'm going to step it up to a 5/16, which equals 10/30 seconds for you fraction people out there. Which, if 1/30 seconds is going to put me off, then to make it to where this bolt doesn't fit through there, we'd have a much larger issue anyway. So now that I've got a center hole, we'll go ahead and drill it out. For those of you curious about my PPE, the answer is no. I'm barely even squinting my eyes. Not even using the eye squints for this cast aluminum. Pre-drilling here. Now the directions also say you want to mount this in a way that, oh, there it is, even with the front of your seat in your cab, the seat frame rather. So what I've done is I had a square, and I laid it up here on the front of my frame, and I bring it straight down. I followed that line, and it gave me this line right here on my rocker. Now the directions say to measure 6.5 inches to the rear, 6.5 inches to the front, and that'll be your spots where you need to drill or whatnot. However, I find that there's really no better way to get an accurate measurement than to use the actual piece that you're using to mark it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna mark it with the piece. Eye it up here. I'm gonna set you down for a moment, and I'm gonna mark that hole there and that hole there, and that's where I'm going to pre-drill in the center of that pinch weld in order to make a larger hole for my 5/30 seconds, 5/16. Cut you back on in a moment. All right, so we've got our center line, and then right there and right there, I'd say X marks the spot, so I'll turn the screen just a little bit. Boom, X, okay, they're plus signs, whatever, we get it. They're crosshairs for all intents and purposes. So again, we're gonna take our smaller drill, but I think it's 1/8 of an inch. I'm not real positive on that. It's just a smaller drill bit, and even that wants to walk on us a little bit. I don't have a center punch. Ooh, I do have a thrown GoPro. Well, that's annoying. Hole punched. Transferring to a larger drill bit now. At 5/16. And I've already check to make sure that the bolt that I got with the kit does fit through the 5/16. I did squint a little bit that time. This is not aluminum, this is steel. I used my squinter glasses. Protect your eyes, kids. After that, we can just send our bolts through. Put our spacers on the back side of that bolt. Bolt. Spacer. Little bully step there. I'm actually going to go ahead and change my drill bit here first because I know that I'm going to need to in order to pre-drill for the sheet metal screws that also accompany this. So once you bolt through the bottom holes here, you're going to use sheet metal screws to come in through the back there and secure it even more. They say they're rated at 300. I'm not quite there yet, so these should last me at least a few months before I'm over that weight capacity limit. So let me get that started and bolted on for you, and I'll cut you back on. All right, I'm gonna hold the back here with the 1/2 inch open end, regular wrench. Perhaps that's the plan. This seems to be just off size. Alright, got that one on. And you can see I'm allowing the tightening of it to actually pinch the pinch weld and make it more square. I feel like that way at least it's in a more of a natural position and not being forced or persuaded. By me. Alright. Like I said before I got to that step, I already changed the drill bit. Now those are bolted on through the pinch mold here. A few years ago I put POR 15 on the entire frame and everything. I broke the exhaust off just the other day, so I'm working on that as well. Always doing something. Probably average almost 60 hours a week at work, and then get to come home and do all kinds of fun stuff just to stay busy. So now I'm pre-drilling that hole there and that hole there with my 1/8 inch bit. And I'm going to put a couple of screws in there, the sheet metal screws. They're not self-tapping though, so I'm going to put that in there and that will complete this job. I'll take a nice before and I'll take a nice after picture. And I think I finally learned how to actually use thumbnails for the YouTube video, so we'll see. If not, then it'll be a random image from the middle of my filming. So thanks for watching. Maybe consider subscribing and sharing. Thanks.